Shall we start now?
Sir, with the permission of the chair, Professor Kanthela, our chief guest, may we start, sir?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, we will start. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Rahul, start with the Deep Prajalan and Saraswati Vandana. Yes, sir. I'm on mute only. Am I audible or no?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Can you hear me or no?
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning to all of you. Our chief guest of today's function, Professor Bhupendra Kanthola, who is the director of Film and Television Institute of India, our very own vice chairman of AICTE, Professor MP Punia, a man who is there for each and every problem, and you can go and walk up to him for any problem and then he is ready with a solution. And our chief guest, who is a very, very dynamic man, along with all other coordinators and a great team ATAL at headquarters. A very good morning to all of you. Yesterday itself, we celebrated Teachers' Day. And Teachers' Day, we celebrate as the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, our honorable former president, one of biggest thought thinkers, philanthropist, and a great, great academician. So when he speaks the word that the end product of education should be a free creative man, the end product of education should be a free creative man who can battle against historical circumstances and adversities of nature. So adversities of nature we have just now encountered, probably one of the biggest pandemic of a century, and then historical circumstances. Probably every day in our life we keep on introspecting and retrospecting as to what is right and what is wrong, what is moral and what is immoral, and what is correct and what is incorrect. Often every Monday I ask myself a question that, why do we really need as teachers to study further and further and further? And when we were students, I always wondered that the life of teachers was so very easy that you have already studied and it is only us students who have to keep on studying on a daily basis. But still, as I grew up and took up a job in academia, I realized what a daunting task, what a Herculean task it was for teachers, because for them, they need to be continuously updating their knowledge, their core competencies, their instructional styles, their pedagogies on, if I don't say daily basis, at least on a very, very regular basis to remain relevant, to remain focused, and to remain confident while having those transactions in the class. It is with this specific perspective. And other than that, the changing paradigm shift in the educational scenario, because now we are dealing with students who are not only mute spectators, but they are adequately creators of the knowledge. I always say, and every Monday I say it, that our education has become multi-directional, multi-institutional, multicultural, and here the entire shifting has changed from teachers to teacher-student two-way teaching learning process. Our tools have changed. Our tools have changed, whether it is wikis, simulated virtual labs, and then blogs. So everything from what should be used for a class transaction, so how should the whole system be transacted, has changed. It is with this perspective in this ATAL Academy, AICTE Training and Learning Academy, we are trying that all our teachers should be given enough knowledge and training on core competencies, all the areas of core competencies. Today, I think it would be one of the finest examples of multidisciplinarity, where film and television institution, probably one of the most powerful, influential media, not only for students, for even teachers, or say society or community, is with us. So now National Education Policy talks about making the whole system of academia as multidisciplinarity. And it is another effort in that direction. I'm sure Professor Bhupender will tell us so much more about it. But then I am reminded of one of the very famous quote by Dr. Shyam Sundar Das, a famous poet of Hindi, who said, "Sahitya Samaj ka darpan hai." And when he talked about Sahitya, he encompasses in it everything, whether you talk about books or print media or television media, now films and even OTT platforms. So how not only that probably we have lesser learning from our books, we have much higher learning, and it is a psychometrically proven fact that audio visual aids and audio visual systems of even watching, listening has much more deepening understanding and learning among students. So in AICTE, we have done and we have tried to take very, very serious initiatives, be it mandatory internship for our students, that is learning while doing, or it is about teaching our teachers on core competencies, pedagogies, examination reforms. We are also trying to very seriously work on a project where we would be assessing holistically all our students. We are trying to provide education in the regional languages, and we need your support, all my dear coordinators here, so that we take these FDPs, these faculty development programs, very, very seriously, effective quality deliverance. I once again thank and express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Bhupender for being available with us, and to RBCM, Professor Punia, to spare his valuable time. And I look forward to very, very contributory and valuable faculty development programs in the field. Thank you so very much. And now I would invite our guest of honor, Professor MP Punia, to say a few words about AICTE and these FTPs, ATAL FDPs. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, Mamtaji. Best wishes. Wonderful words from your side. Sri Bhupender, Kantholaji, Director FTII, our team AICTE, all the coordinators who are connected, and 44 programs. No one has thought of that one particular time we'll be having some 44 programs simultaneously. It is getting conducted throughout the country. Probably more or less every state is connected. Thousands of students are benefited. As far as planning of Mrs. Mamta Agrawal is for 1500 programs. 1500 programs in emerging areas during 1 year, where probably some 200,000 teachers will be benefited. So it's amazing, amazing. Yesterday we had program Teachers Day program that is being led by Mamta, and 20 teachers, 20 the prominent academicians of the country who are doing wonders in their profession. They have been awarded. Honorable Minister of Education, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, witnessed that program. He was the core of this whole program. And same time, awarding the teachers, That is on the basis of the connect which they are having with these friends, the way they are contributing for the betterment of the society, what principals are saying about them, what head of the department are saying about them, and how they are connected for the betterment of this whole universe. On the basis of that, 20 teachers, best teachers of the country, they have been awarded. I think it was a very important initiative of AICTE, where remembering the contribution of our teachers, awarding them, it's great. And in fact, whole event, it was coordinated by Mamta, and the way she is doing this ATAL program, same time NEP activities, she has brought some 4-5 volumes, what exactly expectation of NEPs, what vision of NEPs, and how it will be implemented. So certainly a strong pillar of AICTE is doing this very important event. And what she's trying to integrate all sort of infrastructure which is available in the country. Alone AICTE can't do miracles. If we want to do something very strong for the betterment of this whole country, we'll have to join hands all together. People who are having certain level of expertise, certain level of hard infrastructure availability, certain level of vision if they are having, and if we can integrate everything, and if we are moving in one particular direction, the target of ours is any graduates, any young boy or girl who are coming out from our academic institutes, they should be socially relevant, they should be technically sound, they should be professionally competent, and values, sanskaras, what our students are carrying, they should be able to reflect it in their working, not only for the betterment of our country, across the globe. They should be able to move, and they should be able to prove that we Indians are something different. Some 5,000 years back, what legacy we people are carrying, what traditions we are carrying, the family system which we are carrying, the values which we are carrying, same way we are ready to do for the benefit of whole universe. That sort of environment we would like to have in our technical education system. Every year around 1 million engineering graduates are coming out. I'm not quoting our IITs or NITs or central universities, only the institutes which are in the states. They are state government institutes affiliated to certain technical universities in the country and approved by AICTE. From these institutes, around 1 million engineering graduates are every year they are coming out. It's a very large number. And that number, if we are able to provide them a proper direction, if we can channelize their energy, if their potential which they are having, the whole potential, if we can extract and can channelize that potential for the betterment of this country, I think the situation of the country can change. The dream of Honorable Prime Minister of India, that country should become self-reliant, the country should have GDP of $5 trillion, but that will be possible only if this young generation which we are having, if they can be converted into strong human resource. But many a times in the industries in which our graduates are joining, many a times we are discussing those industry people that please tell us how we can improve our education system. Many suggestions industries are giving, and certainly their role is very important. In our country, if you see manufacturing sector, around 20% contribution of theirs in our GDP, 15%. Our agriculture sector, remaining 65% is coming through service sector. So important part is manufacturing and the service sector, particularly when we are discussing with manufacturing sector, how the contribution of manufacturing sector can be improved, just like in China, where manufacturing sector contribution in GDP is roughly 50%. Ours is only 20%. The industry people are saying one barrier which is available for their growth, that is the quality human resource. They are saying the engineering graduates which you people are producing and who are joining our industries for enhancing these manufacturing capabilities of the country, particularly smart manufacturing, they are saying they are not ready. The curriculum which we are having, the way it is being delivered inside the classes, the way students are being assessed, the way students are being trained, they are saying it is not in alignment with our needs. We are industries are saying we are competing at global level. Our technologies, our processes, our quality, the product which we are having, the costing of the product, everything, it is of a global repute. But the way the students are being trained into our academic institutes, they are far behind as compared to what our expectations are. So some 3 years back, we have called many of prominent industry people. We have invited our academic leaders also, that please sit all together, what exactly needs are, in what way we can plan. If we'll be changing our whole curriculum, certainly our mechanism of laboratories, workshops, also it has to be changed. There will be financial requirements also, but will where AICTE has started some funding according to the implementation of this curriculum also. So industry people, our academic leaders, AICTE sat all together, and we are revamped whole curriculum. Even the maximum requirement of the credits also, it has been reduced. Earlier it was 220, now it is 160 only. So industries were saying many of the subjects are there which are not relevant. Students are highly under pressure, and every day some 7-hour theory classes they are having. They don't have time even to think beyond those classes, beyond those theory classes, beyond remembering abilities of the students. So they are just mugging, they are just delivering inside the classroom. They are solving those questions whose answers are known to everyone. Industries are saying when they are joining to us, the problems which they are facing every day, there may be hundreds of problems and not a single problem's answer is known. So the way we are teaching, the way we are assessing, everything is known, and that assessment we are doing. Industries are saying you cultivate the culture among the minds of the students that there are thousands of problems and you should become the problem solvers. So every input which has been given by the industries, accordingly our processes we have changed. As Mamta was saying, even internship, it has become mandatory. Every student will have to go for 6 months into the industries so that they can align their industries requirement and students capabilities. The alignment can be even for teachers. Now there is 1 month mandatory internship. New teachers who are joining teaching profession, first of all, for them there are 8 modules. The teaching pedagogy skills, how it can be improved. So 8 modules they are doing, and after that they are going into the industry for 1 month. Exactly what they are supposed to deliver into the class, they'll have to learn first of all. And when they are coming in our academic institutes for teaching, they'll be teaching but under the guidance of some senior teacher. Some senior teacher will be sitting in their class, so he'll also certify that now this teacher is doing really justice according to the needs of the students. So 8 modules related to instruction planning, delivery, assessment, values and sanskaras in teaching profession, then useful innovation research. So related to that, those modules are there. Industry internship and teaching under the guidance of some senior teacher. Everything, if you are combining all together, and if that boy or the person who is joining teaching profession, he is successful, then we are allowing them to really become the ICT approved institute teachers, and then their probation period will be completed. So those type of initiatives we people have taken. As Mamta was saying, we'll be assessing our students' capabilities also. Every year, this students' learning outcomes. Students should know what exactly we were supposed to learn after first year or after second year or after third year. And even if that level it has not been achieved, if some gaps are there, those gaps it has to be filled during the teaching processes. If some learning activities, it has to be changed. If group activities are to be changed, if high order thinkings are to be changed, if decision making or problem solving abilities of the students are to be changed, it has to be changed inside the campus itself. When they are gone out from the academic institutes, and if industries are saying these are the gaps, there is no meaning. If when they are in the process, and if some indications are coming that these are the areas where we can improve them. So the students' learning outcome, the initiative which we have taken on the lines of Stanford University, some suggestions they have given. They said in high order thinkings, in critical thinking, problem solving abilities, Indian students are weaker. Even they have compared our students with Chinese and Russian students. They said those students are doing better as compared to our Indian students, particularly in school education. But they have appreciated our higher education system. Stanford University is saying when certain level of autonomy is available, when certain level of facilities are getting extended to our students, when some openness is there, when students are working in teams, that time the learning curve of our Indian students are much faster as compared to Chinese and Russian students. So our efforts are more and more autonomy should be available to students, even to teachers also. If teachers will be competent, teachers will be empowered, then certainly students will be having much more confidence. And that sort of initiatives we have taken, probably it will be giving some useful results. One program, in addition to teachers award, yesterday we were having Vishwakarma award. In that case, we have given some open problems to the students, and the problem was during pandemic time, the economy of the country, it has gone down. There were certain regions, the industry part, the labor, the skilled people who are migrated from one place to another place. many challenges were there. So in what way our students can provide the solution of this one, how some appropriate technologies they can suggest so that we can revive our economy in a best possible way. Some 24 projects they are displayed here, and wonderful projects. Many of them were related to water conservation, energy conservation, improvement of health, averting the COVID situation. So many ideas students have given. So those sort of efforts in terms of some competition also we are doing. We are conducting many hackathons in the country. So it is possible only when we are aligned all together, and when certain level of networking is there. When 1500 program will be conducting, our all directors of national institutes from central universities, IITs, NITs, all are joining hands all together, and it will be changing the face. It will be changing the confidence of the teachers. Again, I'll be extending my best wishes to everyone. Just one final request to every coordinator, that whatever we are teaching, first of all, the application of that one, it has to be clear to every teacher. So basic, say in 5 days program, basic subjects we teachers fundamentally we are very strong, because since years we are teaching those subjects. So fundamental part initially if you are covering in 1 day or 1.5 day, then application of that knowledge which we imparted to them, if we can invite some industry people, that in what way that knowledge which has been acquired by the teachers, how that knowledge is getting applied. And after 3 days, say some 1.5 days industries are doing, 1.5 days fundamentals we are covering, remaining 2 days if we can invite some R&D organizations, how that knowledge which is there now getting enhanced, how some new researches are going on related to this one. So 5 days, this type of integrated program we can have, I think fruits will be, or the results will be better. Seriousness of the teachers, sincerity of the teachers are important. It is not only for earning the certificate, it is basically earning the confidence, and it is foremost the relationship which we are having with the students. It is not in terms of our books or the number of pages which is there. It is for making the lives of the students, and lives of the students will be made only if we'll be comfortable, if we'll be competent, and if we are ready to deliver for up to our best possible extent. Please love this profession. We teachers in a very special profession. Please love this one. Best wishes to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request our dynamic distinguished chief guest, Professor Kanthola, to please enlighten us with his address to the August gathering. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mamtaji. Good morning to all the distinguished guests today and the participants of the 44 faculty development programs which are being launched, and the other institutions who are witnessing this program today. Firstly, I'm grateful to AICTE ATAL Academy for giving me this opportunity to come and address the participants today. I would like to begin by first telling you briefly about what exactly is Film and Television Institute of India, our background in brief. We are under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and the Government of India has two such institutions in this country. One is ours in Pune, and the other is Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute in Kolkata. As an institution, we have just completed 60 years. We are into our Diamond Jubilee this year. And we have two wings, basically, our film wing and our television wing. And our television wing has completed its Golden Jubilee. So the institute completes its Diamond Jubilee, and the television wing completes its Golden Jubilee. FTII offers entirely the postgraduate programs. All our courses are at the postgraduate level. So to come into the institute, one has to be a graduate. We offer PG diploma programs as well as PG certificate programs of durations ranging from 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year in the core areas of films and television. By core areas, I mean areas like film direction, cinematography, editing, sound recording, sound design, television engineering, art direction, production design, screenplay writing, acting. So these are the kind of courses that we offer. And the students who come into FTII, they appear for an entrance test. which is jointly conducted by FTII as well as the Satyajit Ray Institute. People say that it is one of the toughest tests because I'll give you a small statistic that last year in 2020, 9,000 people, candidates wrote our exams and only 220 were selected. 9,000 wrote and 220 were selected, 110 in Pune and 100 equal number in Kolkata. So that is the kind of competition that that one has to face to come into FTII. Now, FTII joined the AICTE family very recently, only in 2019, for which we are again grateful to AICTE because AICTE had the vision to include FTII, which is basically, we call it a techno-artistic institution. We are also technology. So in that sense, we are not very different from engineering institutions. The difference is only because we are techno-artistic. Filmmaking is both a craft and an art. And that is why we are different from the other institutions that are part of the AICTE family. In fact, our courses in cinematography, in editing, in sound recording, sound design, in television engineering, in production design, these courses have a lot of cutting edge technological inputs. Without technology, you cannot learn these courses. And that is why we say that we are both technology as well as art. We are a techno-artistic institution. Our students work on very modern gadgets. To give you an example, our cinematography students, for example, they work in their final year, they have access to cameras which cost 1.5 crore rupees each. One camera would cost 1.5 crore. And if you add the lenses, then it becomes 2.5 crore rupees. The editing systems, the sound recording facilities that we have, they are the best not only in India, but they are on par with the world. And that is why when FTII students, they pass out and they go into the industry, there is no internship because they are already working with cutting edge instruments and they are industry ready by the time they leave the institute. Now, FTII has as I said, we are 60 years old and we are offering these courses which have created a who's who of in the media, entertainment and cinema industry of India today. If you take actors, I'll just take some names: Jaya Bachchan, Shatrughan Sinha, Om Puri, Shabana Azmi, Nasiruddin Shah, Mithun Chakrabarti, Asrani, Pintal, right up to the stars of the of modern times like Rajkumar Rao or Jaideep Pelhawat or Rasika Dugal. They are all the alumni of the acting courses in the institute. If you talk of filmmakers, then we have the Dadasaheb Phalke Award winner Adur Gopalakrishnan from Kerala, Girish Kasarvalli, who is a big name in Kannada cinema. And if you come to Hindi cinema, then it is Vidhu Vinod Chopra, Rajkumar Hirani, Sriram Raghavan. And these are some of the big names. David Dhawan, who is an editing pass out of the institute, like Rajkumar Hirani. He's also a filmmaker, but an editing pass out of the institute. So these are some of the very eminent names, like Subhash Ghai, for example. Subhash Ghai is very few people would know that he's an acting graduate of the institute, not a direction graduate. He studied acting in FTII, but he went on to become a director. Now, the reason that there are cinematographers who become directors, there are editors who become directors, or there are actors who become directors is because FTII has a very unique system of academics in which on the projects, a direction student, a cinematography student, an editing student, a sound recording student, and a production design student, they work together on a project. Now, this doesn't happen in engineering institutions. For example, in an engineering college, a chemical engineer and a civil engineer and a mechanical engineering student and a computer science engineering student will not work together on any project. They will work on their own projects. But in FTII, the way it is structured, the way the academics works, people from different courses, they work together in their projects. And that is the reason that when a cinematographer passes out of FTII, he's also conversant with the ropes of direction. An editor who passes out knows what is direction. A direction student who passes out knows what is editing, knows what is cinematography. So this is the homogeneous way in which FTII academics is structured. And the result is that our students who come out of the institute, they are working in areas which are outside of their specialization sometimes. As far as the AICTE goes, as far as ATAL Academy goes, FTII has conducted faculty development programs in animation filmmaking, both the elementary as well as the advanced, and the elementary FDP in smartphone journalism. And today we are out of the 44 courses that are being launched, one of them is the advanced course in smartphone journalism. I had the opportunity to talk to the participants of the animation filmmaking courses, which were conducted this year. And I was very happy to see that many of the participants found that the animation inputs were good tools for them to implement in their teaching methods, into their teaching styles. Similarly, smartphone journalism, which we conducted the elementary course in August, many participants said that they never knew that a smartphone, a very basic thing like a smartphone, which we carry with us every day, had so many features and it opened so many possibilities. They did not know. Unfortunately, the smartphones that we have, we are aware of only 5% of their features, just 5%. We use smartphones to send messages, to make WhatsApp calls, or to send good morning messages. That's all. We don't know that it's a tool of filmmaking and it's a tool of documentation, which is why this is something that we are bringing into ATAL, and through ATAL we are bringing it to the AICTE family, because this is the forte of FTII. And by being part of the AICTE family, FTII will bring a completely new dimension into this whole ATAL FDPs. The areas which are our core areas are the areas in which perhaps none of the engineering institutions which are members of AICTE know much about. But those are the areas that are our strong areas. And that is why we want to bring all these new things so that they are value additions to the teachers who are teaching in various institutions that are part of AICTE. In the month of December, we are bringing a film appreciation course. Film appreciation is a very different kind of course which FTII has been conducting for the last 46 years. For the last 46 years, hundreds, rather thousands of people have attended FTII film appreciation courses. And that makes it possible for them to understand cinema. The way you read a book is the same way that you read a film also. Now, how to read a film? It's very interesting. People think that you just go to a multiplex, you watch a film, or you log on to an OTT platform, you see a film and that's it. But actually there is a method to watching a film. There is a way in which films are to be understood. Because we are in the occupation, in the business of teaching cinema and television. We know. And we know because we have trained thousands of people through our film appreciation courses. And many of them have gone on to become filmmakers. One interesting thing that I would like to mention today is that almost 70% students who are studying in FTII have engineering backgrounds. It is very interesting. 70%, they have done mechanical engineering, civil engineering, or they have done chemical engineering. They have come from very prestigious institutions in the country. Some of them have even come from IITs. A few of them are medical graduates. After doing their medicine, they have come to FTII to study cinematography, or to study editing, or to study sound recording, or to study direction. This is the background with which students come here, because at some point of time, a student realizes that his calling was actually the creative pursuit, that he wanted to be a filmmaker. He didn't want to be a mechanical engineer or a civil engineer. He wanted to be a cinematographer because he always loved photography. I think that is the reason that more than 60-70% of the students who come to FTI are coming from engineering backgrounds. In FTI in 2017, we started an outreach program, which is today the world's largest outreach program. We have conducted more than 300 courses in 40 different disciplines of films and television, in offline and in online mode. From Kargil to Car Nicobar, our faculty has traveled to teach editing, acting, screenplay writing, film production, film making, everything. 40 different specializations. And in the coming times, we will be proposing to AICTE ATAL that we bring some of those courses, because as Mamta Agarwal ji mentioned, that under the national education policy, it is very important to have a multifaceted orientation for our teachers. A teacher, if a teacher knows how to use a smartphone, it will help in the documentation of the projects that are happening in so many institutions. So these are the different things that we would like to bring in as value addition, like we are bringing in film appreciation. And I'm sure the film appreciation course will be an eye-opener to many institutions, to many teachers who are today teaching in different institutions across the country. Finally, at the end, I would like to once again thank Mr. Amit Datta and AICTE ATAL for giving FTI this unique opportunity to present, to launch these 44 FDPs today, of which one of them is an FTII course in smartphone journalism. And as I said, in times to come, we will be more than happy to partner with ATAL and to bring in courses that have never ever been contemplated in the past, but which are the areas in which FTI has the expertise. So I look forward to this synergy, to this marriage of technology and art, which FTI will promote as we go along on this beautiful journey of ATAL. So thank you once again, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your inspiring address. And we really look forward to, because NEP envisions and we are committed to that we have to make our entire education system multidisciplinary. And I can say it with my personal experience, as my elder son has studied chemistry, physics, mathematics, psychology, and fine arts. So the way I have seen, the way he has grown up into a holistic individual, I very rarely see development of those qualities. And as you have very aptly said that, it's a beautiful marriage of craft, technology, and what was the other word, sir, which you said? Art, craft, and technology. So, I mean, filmmaking in itself is a comprehensive thing, whether you talk about set designing, to dialogue writings, to costumes, to makeup. I mean, I think this is the only medium where each and every beauty and each and every craft is beautifully amalgamated in one another to make it finally a presentable and a beautiful one. Thank you so very much. We look forward to those innovative FDPs, which you said that you would be able to deliver for better understanding of our coordinators and our teachers and finally our students. Thank you so much. Dattaji, please take on.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. A quick vote of thanks from AICTE. It's the flagship program of AICTE. It's a tangible, guiding efforts of AICTE. And you all know we have been fortunate enough to be motivated and guided by our visionary academic leader, our chairman of AICTE, Professor Anil Buddhe, sir. First of all, my sincere thanks to Almighty God for showering us His blessings and making today's event a grand success. First and the foremost, I thank today's chief guest, Shri Bhupendra Kanthola, sir, Director FTII Pune. Your sincere efforts towards the true techno-artistic legacy of FTII, sir. We're really proud of you. Sir, today we had an opportunity to hear from your thoughts, which have enlightened our minds to bridge the gap in multidirectional interdisciplinary education in line with NAP. Thank you so much, sir. Our heartfelt thanks to today's guest of honor, our own Reverence Vice Chairman of AICTE, Professor M.P. Punia, sir. Your presence always energizes all of us. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks to team leader of ATAL, passionate academic leader, distinct extempore orator, Dr. Mamta Agarwal, madam. Thank you for motivating us. Our sincere thanks to all coordinators, participants, my own ATAL team, Dr. Garg and media team. Thank you so much. With the permission of the chief guest, we are concluding here our inaugural ceremony. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Have a very good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.